The custom of the temple ceremony on the first day of the year. Going to the temple in the beginning of the year is an indispensable activity of every citizen in the coming Tet, spring. This custom has become a cultural virtuosity in every Vietnamese life. Tet to spring is the starting point for a new year with many new wishes and aspirations, and on the occasion of New Year spring, Vietnamese people have traditions to go to the temple and ask for letters early. This custom has become a cultural virtuosity in life. The temple is a peaceful place, the peace. With the desire to find peace, dismissing the worries and anxieties of the old year and wish the luck and happiness in the new year. On the night 30, after New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve, everyone went to the temple, picking the bridge. Vietnamese people believe that going to the pagoda is not just a holiday, it is also a moment for people to be in a spiritual place, leaving behind a lot of hard work in life. At the Buddha's door, in the middle of pure space, the smell of incense smoke, the color of the flower light, each of us will feel our hearts become soothing, serene. In addition, many elderly Buddhists often come to the temple from early to accompany the temple to repair, to clean up beautiful, to welcome visitors to the pagoda. The temple in the village has become the common altar of Buddhist monks and nuns as well as the common house of the community during the Tet holidays. Most Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, Vice Chairman of the Board, the Buddhist Church of Vietnam, has talked about some misconceptions in the temple festival early in many people. The old days of his father is very different. The Buddha thought the mind is self and go. At the beginning of the year, the merit or sincere construction of the temple is always one to send directly to the abbot, or put into the box of merit. The new altar shows respect to the Buddha. Or people think of praying for happiness, pray for blessings with less money and rub hands on the statue, is to achieve the prayer. At the ceremony, people go to the temple often ask for something to do at the beginning of the year. As for the South, the ceremony is simpler. The first year of the temple usually do not have to bring gifts, if any, is just fruit, but never the salty meat, as the North. The vow is also simple, not versatile. People do not wish to use the word, it is not necessary to use the word great. Such a vow is often called the Nam. Although customs and traditions vary from one region to another, the Spring Festival has become a habit, becoming a spiritual culture of all Vietnamese. Here, all the boundaries of age, status are blurred, all meet in the spiritual domain of spirituality. The Vietnamese pagoda is also celebrated on New Year's Eve. According to the ancients, no species thrive and have a vigorous life like plants. Every spring, the young shoot sprouts shows vitality is full of life force. Therefore, people go begging New Year's Eve to pray for the vitality and fullness as the tree. On the occasion of the beginning of the year, people often stop at the temple to ask for a branch to be hung in front of the house or on the altar in hopes of receiving blessings for the family. Culprit is usually chosen as the tree style, the appearance of the military, showing the tolerance and compassion. According to traditional customs and ancient beliefs, spring-picked pears from trees such as multai, sung, blue, sea will bring the best results. Also picked from pine trees, chrysanthemum, bamboo, apricot will bring joy, happiness and health to everyone in the family. If the old days, picking from the trees in the pagoda now, the custom has changed and other positive changes. In recent years, people go to the early fortune picking in many ways, not necessarily breaking down, sprouting trees. Lakshwan can be bought a few fruits, sugarcane or a small pot of plants, brought home on the first day of the year. All of that honors the beauty of traditional culture of the Vietnamese people, is always a glimpse of spring in the spring of the entire Vietnamese nation. Not only have they continued to pray at the beginning of the year, the Vietnamese have also another beautiful culture as the beginning of the year. The images in inking red paper ship, with the letter strokes have been and are recreated in the new year. Old imagery is now being restored. This is a cultural expression of the importance of literacy, knowledge and desire to get the word lucky, a year of fortune, life. On New Year's Eve, people pour the way to the pagoda ceremony. No one forgets to bring a feast for a little luck. Increasingly, the fortune is richer than before. Lock may be a small package containing the blessing of the temple, maybe a compressor of the temple or a sugared cane, sold at the gate of the temple. People think, go to the pagoda to bring good luck when walking through the door. On New Year's Eve, people go to the pagoda to pray for the spring of the new year to be happy and good luck early in the year, in order to wish 365 days tons. Mangfitchdamak, Aknin. Do not only go to the temple on New Year's Eve and the first day of the Lunar New Year, Vietnamese people also have the custom to go to the Spring Festival on all Lunar New Year. They chose pagodas far and sacred to combine to go to the temple with beautiful scenery spring day. Master Fichtan once said, where the psychology, borrow, of the temple so every year until Tet, each convoy tied together to the temple. During the year, especially when doing business, each time when the business is difficult or start a new plan, they come to the temple for sowing and praying for better luck. So, when the new year comes, they want to pay for the temple and also to borrow for the new year. So, year after year, going to the spring temple became a practice of many people. Master Fichtan Kui, the head of Akana Pagoda in Hanoi, said, going to the pagoda at the moment of passing the time between the old and the new year is called Old Sung, Old Year, New Year. This is the traditional culture of the Vietnamese people. After visiting, Happy New Year in the family and neighbors, the family or travel to spring. Come to the temple to calm the soul with calm moments before the backup of the stream of life. Going to the temple on New Year has become a habit deep in the Vietnamese subconscious, especially in rural areas. Although this day is different from the old days, but people still try to keep this custom as a thing to do every year until the end of Tet. Thank you for the post.